Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon. Distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen, thank you Ms. Nadia for successfully moderating this conference for the past 2 days. I'm very honored and delighted to deliver the closing remarks on the last day of the MiDAS-KAS Conference 2021 towards a peaceful sea maritime security contemporaneous challenges co-organized by MiDAS and KAS Malaysia. First of all, I would like to thank my team in the Malaysian Institute of Defence and Security, MiDAS, for their enthusiastic and dedicated work to make this event happen. I also would like to thank Mrs. Fisher for KAS Malaysia's continuous cooperation and support with MiDAS in making events such as MiDAS-KAS Conference a reality. I'm told the cooperation between MiDAS and KAS Malaysia went all the way back since 2014. I also wish to say thank to our speakers in Malaysia, France, Singapore and Thailand, as well as to our speakers in Germany for your insightful contributions and for sharing your experiences. Due to the new format of conference in these times of the pandemic, again, there had been considerably less time than usual for discussions. Despite the obvious limitation, I am extremely pleased that the MiDAS-KAS conference this year was well attended by various stakeholders ranging from government officials and policymakers to industry practitioners and experts. As with all such events, our minds have been assailed by a torrent of ideas, information, statistic interpretations and visions, and it will probably be a day or two before we can sift through all of them. There is indeed plenty to reflect upon, and if this in any way enhance our individuals and collective contributions to meeting the maritime security challenges, then these past 2 days can truly be adjudged as a successful. Numerous positions and points of view have been outlined, and many messages have been delivered, covering the whole spectrum of maritime security as seen from the perspective of lawmakers, practitioners and researchers alike. I wish to recap on what was discussed for the past 2 days that I find extremely important within maritime security moving forward. First is the need to define maritime terrorism so that it is commonly understood, and subsequently for national laws to reflect international law and vice versa. Suggestions for common definition of maritime law have been put forth time and again, even in last year's Shangri-La dialogue. The second is the need for practitioners to be well versed in the use of technology and to have capabilities that can manage the contemporaneous maritime security challenges. Third is on illegal, unregulated and unreported fishing that has amounted to billion ringgit worth of loss. There is certainly a significant amount that countries involved cannot close their eyes on, as it directly impacts nation food security. The idea of having enforcement officer on board of a Navy ship is certainly something worth considering and to be deliberated further. Fourth is the issue of human security at sea. Although Malaysia is known as signatory to the Refugee Convention, we have always been fairly friendly to refugees, albeit there was some setback during the time of pandemic. However, a collective action must be taken by the signatory countries to assist countries like Malaysia in managing the illegal migrants after they are recognized as refugees. Based on the past 2 days discussion, one thing all of them have in common is that in order to achieve a peaceful sea, we all need to work together instead of in silo or against each other. In other words, ASEAN to be more proactive in engaging with each other and other multilateral entities for this region to navigate the ever-growing and complex geopolitical landscapes. There is a need for more engagement and familiarization of technology in maritime security among countries so that information sharing can be disseminated faster. There is certainly plenty that needs to be done to ensure better future for our generation, as stated by the Honorable Deputy Minister of Defence in his opening remark yesterday. Distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen, apart from rich panel, they were filled with insightful content. The participants benefited from the exhibition provided on the Defence White Paper and MiDAS and the online launch prior to the start of the conference. Finally, before I close this conference, I wish to thank all of you for joining this conference wherever you are. Let us hope next time we can hold a physical conference here in Kuala Lumpur. So once again, thank you. Terima kasih. Dankeschön. Auf Wiedersehen.